So, this dude in my comment section, Interstellar Smurf, made a really good point to me saying that Halo Combat Evolved used projectile bullet registration rather than hit scan. I initially brushed it off thinking it was the original Xbox, the hardware shouldn't have been able to support that. But he was adamant, so I at least went and had a look at the custom edition for the PC of Halo Combat Evolved. And at least in the custom edition, I can't speak for the original Xbox version because, well, there's no way I'm going to be able to get the source code and bits and bobs and tag files from that, but we'll assume they're the same for the sake of simplicity. But Halo Custom Edition does in fact use projectile bullet registration, which is bloody surprising given that it's a game that's about as old as my sister, and that's saying something. It's a game that's about 16, 17 years old. So if you're wondering how I found this out, Halo Custom Edition comes with something called the Halo Editing Kit, which allows you to make custom maps and weapons and bits and bobs and tweak things. But it also allows you to look at the stock assets. So he mentioned the pistol in the comments, so the pistol is the gun I went with. And looking at it, it does indeed have a projectile associated with it, and physics, which surprised me to no end. The bullet literally has gravity bullet drop, it has different physics for being in water, it's insane. I didn't actually think the Halo Combat Evolved engine could be this advanced, but if there's one thing I can say, from a gameplay standpoint, it's got more advanced shooting mechanics than Halo 5, a game that came out last year. That's insane. So, the UI you're seeing now is a program called Gorilla, which is part of the Halo Editing Kit. As you can see, I've split it up into two sections. You've got the section for the actual pistol weapon itself, so this involves everything from the model to the animation, to any attachments, projectiles, things like that, reticle. And then on the right here I've got the projectile itself. So like I said, unlike what I thought, the Halo 1 weapons do use projectiles. And this panel here shows all of the options and things the projectile can use. So if I scroll down here, there's a section called Physics, which is probably the most important section for a physics-based projectile. As you can see, we've got air gravity scale, which is literally what you think it would be, bullet drop. It's how the bullet reacts in gravity. In air. And then you've got water gravity scale, which means that if the pistol is fired underwater, there is only 0.4% of the standard gravity applied to the bullet. It's got its velocities here, which are the speed at which the bullet travels out of the barrel of the gun, or doesn't physically travel out of the barrel of the gun, the speed at which the bullet is spawned. And then we've got detonation noise, so whether the bullet makes a noise when it hits a surface, which obviously the pistol doesn't. If it were rockets, then we may have something like loud, for example, where you can hear the rockets exploding from sort of across the map. So yeah, to Interstellar Smurf, thank you very much for correcting me. I apologise for the misinformation, but I'm glad that I was able to go into some more depth and actually look into the files of Halo Combat Evolved and gain a crystal clear answer that the Halo Combat Evolved weapons, and I've gone through and checked them all, they do all use projectile bullet registration. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you've got any other comments, leave them in the comment section down below. And remember, stay classy.